boss Mikel Arteta is hinting of Thomas Partey's departure. He says that they need to reinforce their midfield side, and he knows that some players have their contracts running out this summer. And praises are pouring in for Ghanaian attacker, our Ghanaian winger Kamaldeen Sulemana, after destroying Manchester United's Lenny Yoru. And as Kamaldeen Sulemana warms himself into the English Premier League, his team Southampton keeps on struggling. It will be a shame not to see him playing in the English Premier League next season. But I'm sure if he's able to maintain this sort of performance, he will definitely attract some big clubs. And David Moyes says that they have been interested in Enes Nyama. Enes Moyes is the manager for Everton. And he says, and let me quote him, he's a player we have been looking at. Enes Nyama is currently playing in France for Lyon. And Lyon, remember, they are in some financial distress. And I'm sure he will love a move to play in the English Premier League, undoubtedly the best league in the world.
Amazing! Beautiful!
Back home, former GFA President Kwesi Nyantakyi speaks on calls for Otoado's dismissal. Henry Asante confirms changes to the Black Stars technical department before the 2026 World Cup qualifier against Chad in March. And Henry Asante says that the EXCO will confirm in their next meeting if Otoado is going to stay or not. My question is, has this process not taken too long? What is delaying the EXCO from telling the Ghanaian public whether this man, who presided over 6 qualifying matches and failed to win a single game, is staying on or not? Ghana played Angola on the 16th of November 2024. Exactly 2 months, 2 days today. And still, we don't know the fate of our coach. Why are they dilly-dallying with this serious and important issue? And people are calling on the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to quickly name a sports minister. Probably he can help sort this issue about this coaching matter of the Black Stars. So naming of a new sports minister for Ghana, what is delaying the process? What do you know? We will share with you what we know here on this subject. But who will you want to see in that hot seat? I'm sure by next week we'll get an answer to that, you know. The Ghana Premier League matches are also coming up this weekend. Asante Kotoko playing against Vision FC, and we have Summertex at home playing against Accra Folk. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Delali Atasi. I'm here with Javier Clemente, Steve Zando, and Fiifi-Manfred. Production team led by Eugene Osei-Tutu and Kelvin. And good morning to you, Andy Adai, wherever you are. Hope you are doing well. And just to remind you that we are streaming live on our Facebook page, Love 995 Extra. Just join us in there. Send us your thoughts about what we'll be discussing and sharing with you on the show here this morning, and we'll gladly read it out to you.
It wasn't King Lear, it's King Leo. The assist from the penalty kick.
Thank you very much for joining us here on Love 99.5 FM. It's exactly 28 minutes after 6.
Magisterial Barcelona.
From the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Good morning, my
Good morning.
brother.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, right? I'm good.
Of course, you need to be good.
Yeah. And you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm very fine.
Great.
I'm very fine.
Great.
Bubbling with action, eh?
Yeah. In black.
How was your? Yes. And this morning we want to. Together with some executives of Stambik, including Mauko Afajinu and some other executives, together with some few media friends, we want to visit the residence of our departed colleague who died passed on at about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. He works with Abusia FM, and that is Caesar. Yeah, sure. So that's why I'm in black from here. We'll be going to his residence to say hello to the family. Yeah, so that's why. See me in black. Yeah, sure. He will be buried on the 1st of March. Yeah. So, hey, is it 1st of February? Yes, I'm sure. 1st of February or 1st of March. I'll correct that later. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, yeah.
We are back,
But where is Javier Clemente?
Javier is in here.
He's in there. Oh, okay.
He's
putting some figures together.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Chelsea.
I'm Mr. Kweko here to release the guy. Yeah. Chelsea. Why? What about Chelsea? They are 6 points behind Arsenal. Yeah.
Are they out of the title race? Mathematically, they are not.
If they come, you can ask them. if they enter the studio.
What do you think?
Oh, but they are
based on their current form.
They themselves said it the last time that their coach said it at the start of the season that they were not
targeting the Premier League.
They were not targeting to win any trophy. So
not
for
even
them,
top four.
No. For them, they are just playing the league.
Okay.
So wow, it's okay. But I remember some 3 weeks ago, a month ago, here the two gentlemen.
No, but that was when they were winning.
When they were winning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but they were behaving as if the league had even ended.
Really? By the time
today you see where Arsenal is?
Yeah.
They were quiet, just looking at them, watching it. I was like,
look,
the league, the league is not an event. You see?
But
it's not an event.
But at the time, they were really on fire.
And what happened?
But I mean, it happens. During the Christmas scare, I mean, some of these things happen to clubs and all that. I'm sure that's one of those things that has happened to Chelsea.
I know.
I'm just hoping they will be able to bounce back, in time to
bounce
make
back.
Exactly, for the Premier League to be very, very competitive. Because we cannot leave the Premier League.
They are 13 points behind Liverpool.
Oh, I mean, 13 points just 4 matches,
Where Liverpool lose all the 4
and they win all the 4. I didn't say that. But at the point, last 2 seasons, you guys were leading Mancity by 8 points, but you still bottled it. 7 points. You still bottled it anyway.
Oh, why are you bringing in this one?
So I'm saying that it is possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the last time
somebody said it is possible, it was not possible.
My big brother, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I like your smile. It doesn't look a genuine smile, but take it like that. Are you fine?
How do you describe a genuine smile?
From the way you smiled. Yeah, I know how you smile, and so if it's not genuine, sometimes I'm able to know. Okay. Yeah, but I hope everything is fine. Okay, so Chelsea, how is the season going anyway? How would you describe the season so far for Chelsea? Yeah.
what is that about Chelsea that you want us to discuss?
I'm not asking you a question.
The season so far for Chelsea.
Yeah, but why? I can't ask you a question.
No. You see, when we come here, and your Arsenal is not doing very well, we find it very, very difficult to even get a comment from you.
Me?
Yeah, sometimes you can sit there, we'll ask you a question, and you won't even answer. Anytime Arsenal gets about 2 or 3 wins on the trot, or their position on the league log changes, you come in the morning and it's Arsenal. The next day you come here and you're complaining about Teta, you're complaining about Kayabes, you're complaining about this, complaining about that we need to do this, we need to do that. If you win 2 matches, just 2 matches, and you are so happy to come here and it's Arsenal, and you talk so negatively about Chelsea. You've forgotten that
have I made any negative pronouncements?
Some weeks back or some months back.
This morning.
Some weeks back or some months back. We're on top of you.
And what has happened?
What happened can happen again. That is football.
Can happen where? Where Chelsea will come and overtake Arsenal. Massa. You are using the term again, the phrase. It can be. But look at the way Arsenal is playing.
They recently played a game against.
If we had one sharp striker, would have been on top of this league by about 5-6 points. But anyway, we are going to get one this transfer window.
Which striker are you going to buy?
Anyway, he's here to mention a name, so we are waiting to see what's going to happen.
Giving you Raheem Sterling then. yeah.
I was asking the question. What's wrong with him?
Sterling?
Yeah. No. It's not about injury. He's playing as if he's lost everything for me, and
the injury has affected him.
Injury.
You know, he was sidelined for about 5 matches.
Sterling is close. Is he not 30 years? I think it's about 29 heading towards 30, or maybe 30 years. You have to check.
But others are older than him. Are still in.
No. But Sterling lost form even before we allowed him to go. He lost form before we allowed him to join you on loan. He was not a Sterling that was at Manchester City.
Yeah.
And even Liverpool.
Yeah.
He was not Sterling. He lost form.
Anyway.
To the extent that we felt that we didn't need him again. That's why we gave it to you. We gave him to you on loan. But the last time I saw him, I was disappointed. It's just like we're saying, as if he's forgotten how to play football. He hasn't got any football in him again. And I don't know what is going to happen because he's on loan at Arsenal. I don't know if Chelsea will call him like they recalled Trevor Chalobah. I don't know if they will do that. But it doesn't look likely that Chelsea will let Sterling come back to Chelsea. Maybe they will just ship him off again to another club that needs him. Because, I mean, he's a complete waste. A complete waste.
Okay. All right, so it's
but Delali,
24 minutes to 7.
Yesterday, I received a complaint from one of our listeners. In fact, he's a disciple of Jose Mourinho. He's been complaining that we have not been talking about Mourinho on
But
this
if
show.
there's nothing to talk about him, what do we do? Do we create something?
There's something about Jose Mourinho.
Tell us what is there about him today?
His team is playing this weekend.
But
they played yesterday.
No, he still plays.
No,
every
it was Galatasaray.
Yeah.
But he still plays every weekend.
So that's what
Has someone stopped you from bringing news on Jose Mourinho?
Oh, but
you are in charge of the foreign news. I'm asking a question that has someone stopped you? You should have answered the person who told you that.
No.
Okay, so what answer did you give him when he said
the
that?
issue is that he's asking why we have not been discussing.
I'm saying that.
No, what is there for us to discuss?
Jose Mourinho playing matches, there always news for us to discuss. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so tell us what is happening?
So yes, I was asking that.
Why are you doing this morning?
That's what the guy said.
Somebody sent me his complaint, and I'm telling you.
Hold on, pardon me, hold on. You said a guy called you.
Yeah, man.
And he made this complaint.
Yes, that we have not been discussing Jose Mourinho.
Sorry. So what was the answer? What was your
response? I told you now I was gonna convey the message to you. So you didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him you are in charge of the foreign.
No, I didn't. You give him.
But that was
your answer.
That was bad on your part. Anyway, so let's see the French stories that we have.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, interesting weekend. Yeah, lineup of matches in there.
Raducanu was supposed to have played Swiatek. Did they come on?
Yeah, but I think she lost. Yeah, so Swiatek defeated.
She will lose.
Yeah, Raducanu. So we bring you that she suffered a joint heaviest defeat of her career. But let's get into the Premier League fixtures for the weekend. 12:30 p.m. We have Newcastle versus Bournemouth at 3 p.m. Brentford will be playing Liverpool. This game,
There's nothing in it.
Brentford at home.
They can't do anything.
Brentford at home.
No, but they are very good at home, but they are playing against Liverpool.
But Liverpool, we saw Liverpool against Man United. Everybody thought Liverpool
for the Man U thing there. Please don't talk about it. Man U has always been like that. Anytime they get a manager and the manager is under some form of pressure, they win 1 game, 2 games, and the next day they go to sleep again. So for United, there, please.
Amorim football.
Okay, so you know the point gap between Liverpool
Manchester United. Charlie, they've lost matches at Old Trafford. Why?
It's not scary anymore. It's not scary anymore.
They used to call it theater of dreams. I don't know.
They say rather it's a theater of nightmares.
Okay, so we have Brentford versus Liverpool at 3 p.m. today. You know the point gap between Liverpool and second place team Arsenal is how many points? 4 points, right?
Yeah.
But you know
they have a game in hand.
Exactly. Liverpool
which we are praying they lose.
Okay. All the best to you guys.
Which I'm praying they win.
And all the best to you too. Liverpool manager Arne Slot says they are not focusing on the Premier League table.
I don't think we are as much as the media thinking about the league table every second of the day. We are trying to get the best out of the players, and with we, I mean my staff, and the players trying to get the best out of themselves every single day. And these players know how long the season still is and how many games they have to be in the best possible form to win something in the end of the season, which is not something that happens every single season. So we are not so focused on the league table as other people are. We are focused on getting a good training session today and getting a good game tomorrow, and as a result of that we are hoping for a result, but the only way to get a result is to work on a daily basis in the best possible way. I
like the last part too. If you know win, you will pay everything, man. Let's move on to the other matches coming up today. We have Leicester City versus Fulham. West Ham United will be playing Crystal Palace at the London Stadium. And at 5:30 p.m., Arsenal has got a tricky fixture against Aston Villa. I think last season Aston Villa beat Arsenal at the Emirates. Okay, now Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has assured Arsenal fans that they will try everything humanly possible to beat Villa today.
We're going to try to be as good as we possibly can tomorrow night. That's the objective. They are a really good side. That's why they beat us last season. And we proved as well when we played them at Villa Park that they are a really difficult opponent. So we'll prepare in the best way to win. Well, when we play every 3 days, obviously that's the type of performance that we want. And the performance has been there. After it's about the results. And a few things didn't go our way in the first few minutes of the match, especially because the dominance that we showed going 1-0 down was tough. But mentally, I think the team showed an incredible resilience, patience, composure to overcome the situation and win the game.
That was Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta speaking. Then let's move on to the matches coming up tomorrow. Two struggling teams, Everton and Tottenham Hotspur, will be playing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou says their current form is not acceptable for a club like Tottenham Hotspur. In fact, they are winless in their last 5 Premier League games.
Yeah, look, I'm sure they are, and it's not, as I said after the game, it's not acceptable for a club like ours to have that many defeats in a season, and irrespective of kind of the context of the situation we're in, I just feel like as much as the defeat on Wednesday night, it was about also the performance in that first half that I just felt we didn't do ourselves justice, and I'm sure the players are hurting, but whether I'm hurting or they're hurting, it's kind of irrelevant. We know their supporters are hurting, and we're the only ones that can change that.
Tottenham Hotspur manager Ange Postecoglou speaking ahead of their game against Everton tomorrow. We have Man United versus Brighton. That's another tricky fixture for United. United manager Ruben Amorim has identified some areas that his team has been struggling with, and of course, he's been speaking on what he has done to address the situation.
I'm sure Brighton will beat them.
This is something that you can see from the past, and we were in the past a team of transition, and we still are. And you can feel it. To create chances in the final third, we struggle a lot. But for that, I think is the most. I said it before the game. Is the most difficult moment to train is that against slow blocks, trying to create situations. So I think is a team that feels more joy to play, waiting for the play, and then in transition creating problems. So it's something that we have to change. To change, we need training. So to have time to change, also we need to win games. We try to do that.
Champion coach Ruben Amorim. But is he not champion coach? He beat Man City with Sporting Lisbon. Charlie, he be top notch. Man United fans, okay, then we have Nottingham Forest versus Southampton tomorrow at 2 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Ipswich Town will be playing Manchester City, and Man City boss Pep Guardiola is thrilled. Haaland has committed to a long-term contract at Manchester City.
If you continue with the numbers since he arrived, that will depend on the team, will depend on him as well. But it's an exceptional news for all of us, for the club. So when one player decides to sign this type of contract never had done before, is because he want to show how desperate want to be here. Otherwise, all the agents and players always say, sign 1 or 2 or 3 year contract and next one, because 10 years many things can happen, and that means a proof of confidence and trust for that club.
I'm Man City boss Pep Guardiola speaking. In fact, I'm disappointed with the press in England. They've not asked Pep Guardiola of his rumored separation from the wife. In fact, yesterday there were reports that Pep's divorce with the wife has gone through.
Call him and find out.
What about this person now? Why do you want?
But they ask personal questions during press conference.
They can ask.
I don't think that is proper. I mean, Fine, you can ask the question, all right, but
the media is reporting, everybody is talking about it, and fans of Man City are interested in it because now there is a twist. People linking the current form of Pep Guardiola and Man City to what is happening in his home.
So if you were there, how would you have how do you call it? Frame the question.
No, so you let me.
Okay, so Steve from multimedia, you have Pep here. Yes. Ask the question.
So far, how far with your divorce with your wife?
Yeah. Is it affecting your team? He will say that.
But people are reporting
that's
that.
absolute nonsense.
Oh, come on.
It's a stupid question to ask.
But it's something the media has reported.
No, but they reported
exactly.
But you see, some of these things are personal.
And you see, in order for us not to waste the issue,
listen,
you are supposed to speak and provide.
So you want to hear it from the horse's own mouth?
No, but you see, Dela.
They ask questions and they can ask that Pep, is the divorce in any way
affecting your current form?
Affecting your delivery as a coach. You can ask that
because you know something.
Because I mean, definitely when divorce happens, you have unstable.
When did this thing start? When did this divorce thing start?
2 weeks ago.
No, it didn't start 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
You're talking about
the story. It emerged 2 weeks ago.
No, but it has been there, but maybe people didn't know about it, and maybe it got out or the public domain, just like you say, maybe 2 weeks ago. But I'm sure it's something that has been there for some time.
Pending.
Yeah, for some time. It's not as if it started 2 weeks ago.
No.
So what about those years that Pep was?
We didn't know, but now we know.
What about those years that he was winning basically everything?
We have to dig deeper.
You see, Pep is in a competitive sport, and unfortunately for Pep, he's not doing well this season. And people are even twisting the story, linking his form to what is happening in his home. And look, Dela, yesterday, I saw a media outlet reporting that the wife actually complained that Pep is always focusing on football to the neglect of his family.
In fact, they said what triggered the whole thing was when he extended the contract to stay on
Mancity
for another 2 seasons at Man City, because the lady in the last 5 years has been shuttling between Spain and
Qatar,
the UK,
Catalan.
and the UK.
Okay,
because of her work, she's a fashion designer, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So she wants to concentrate in that, and she needs her husband to also be with her. But you know the nature of the job of your husband.
So she wants the husband to move to Spain, back to Spain,
to be with him. Yeah. To be with her,
she's not serious.
Thank you. Let's move on. Fifi, how are you?
But the man promised the woman that after this number of years, I won't extend the contract.
But I mean, there's any man can change the mind.
So the man too should also make sacrifice. Not only the woman has made sacrifice. Already you ought to play Mukobasa.
Many better way.
They will team come as also
so that's the end result.
Or find a bag sign or corner or shopping now. Non so sacrifice.
That's all you man. On some fashion
sacrifice. Non so question.
But I haven't missed the first part. Pep promised the wife that after this number of years in England, I'm coming back home to be with you.
So what?
Oh, but Pep of your board, what I thought.
The wife said he has neglected the family, always focusing on football. You two, your current, you are not good.
No, Obane rings in the chains and in the kicking air, setting here, you know. Also, your sacrifice on top. Pep in the age man or this kind of man.
She's the one.
So there you can see, there you have Pep and the beautiful wife Christiana.
Is she beautiful? She's not even beautiful. She's ugly.
Why do you say things like that?
Why do you call this woman beautiful woman?
Oh, but you can't say she's ugly.
But she's ugly. I'm saying that is it.
Is that what kill me? How is this be ugly?
No, but you see her beautiful. I see her as ugly. So I can't. Not that say she's ugly.
Have you this woman?
Can we move on?
She's beautiful.
This one beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let people come to Facebook and watch. Please join us on Facebook and watch.
Let's have it one by one.
Join us.
I don't want she fine.
Join us on Facebook.
Silky, sexy woman like this.
She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, I like that. Correct babe like this.
Look at this lady.
This lady beautiful.
Correct baby.
Pep for disappoint me, pa. Pep, say the
Pep. Pep, what started on no fasi.
What one who acquire is regarding a friend Deben Diata,
Crypting Diata.
Crypting Diata, one area. Oh, Crypting Diata, one is the one area. Now Pep nice man, so I could power. Also, have
you stopped this? Stop.
Also, church and who goes also woman now.
Are you listening to me? This story has interest. You see, this outlet on Twitter, X, is a verified account. Football Factory. They reported yesterday that Pep Guardiola has finalized his divorce. Reports say he lost his biggest mansion in Manchester and half of his wealth, with most of his properties now going to his wife and children. His wife claimed Pep was too focused on football and didn't have time for the family.
Exactly.
Pep left the court in tears, struggling with his... Yes!
Finish the statement.
Struggling with his tough moment. Stay strong, Pep Guardiola. They are wishing well.
Also a carpenter.
No, you were playing football. You moved from Barcelona. You went to Italy. You went to Germany. You've come to Spain. And then I'll show you. Oh, master. Something has to give.
If the coach has to give, you are not good.
Stay with the women. One place. No. Because Mami, they be who guess no boy say court trips and for one. That's what we are watching me and now she's infidel.
Yeah. Oh. And she doesn't want that.
So now she will divorce and go and do her own.
Those people, they don't do that too. Those people, they don't do that.
She go open the legs.
Those people, they don't do that.
They don't do that. Pepper mama dinu huyapa. Mama dinu huyapa.
Media, she's a nice lady for me.
She's beautiful. She's pretty.
She's also a fashion. I'm for many who cry. You don't want to get no more here now. Pep Guardiola Pascal winning now.
The woman is beautiful.
The woman
is beautiful.
All right.
Okay, the last. So Chelsea will be playing on Monday Night Football.
You're trying to be a shadow.
C'est pantalon. Il go barrer pantalon. Right. This kind of dress, it be big money.
Oh yeah.
This one be like 45,000 USD. Straight up.
She's a fashionista.
Yeah,
So Pep Neto.
Pep Neto. Have you that thing? I don't agree with you. Hey. These people, they have their own money. They are working.
Then she should reject the half 14 and say that Pep should take it back.
But the report that we have seen is just one-sided. The woman's side has not come to say.
So they'll give her part.
But the report also said that it is also for her daughters. Papa, mommy, papa. No, we have to finish this case.
So, but how are we going to finish it? Somebody and your wife divorced. Then he said we have to finish this case.
Beautiful or not beautiful?
Oh, come on.
Okay, the last. We've got Monday Night Football between Chelsea and Wolves at the Stamford Bridge. Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca says immediately they need to improve on their home form. If you look at the home form table in the Premier League, Chelsea currently sit 10. But in terms of their away form, they are third.
How many matches have they lost at home?
Let me go through the statistics. Yeah, you listen to.
Yeah, no, for sure we need to win games. Now, if we win all the games away and we draw some games at home, no matter. But in terms of balance, for sure we need to win games at home. Also because we need, as I said, we need our people, we need our fans with us. I think they can see the effort of the team every game. But for sure, at the end of the game, when we win, we are all more happy, and hopefully we can give them the 3 points on Monday.
So that was champion coach Enzo Maresca speaking there. Let's move on to the Spanish La Liga. We have Girona versus Sevilla today, 3:15 p.m. today. Leganes will be playing Atletico Madrid before Getafe host Barcelona tonight at 8 p.m. And then on Sunday tomorrow, Celta Vigo will be playing Athletic Bilbao, and at 3:15 p.m. tomorrow, Real Madrid will be locking horns with the Las Palmas. Shall we go to the Italian Serie A? Yes, we can. 5 p.m. today, we have Juventus versus AC Milan, the biggest fixture in Italy this weekend. But there's another big game in there between Atalanta and Napoli at 7:45 p.m. Tomorrow, Fiorentina will be playing Torino before Inter Milan take on Empoli. Then let's go to Germany because 2:30 p.m. today, Bayern Munich will be playing Wolfsburg. It looks like Harry Kane will be winning his first major trophy as a player this season. All the best to Harry Kane.
Wow, bro.
At the age of 30, right? 29, 30. Finally set to win your first trophy. Anyway, all the best to Harry Kane. 2:30 p.m. we have Bochum versus Leipzig. Bayer Leverkusen will be playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. But yesterday, Eintracht Frankfurt defeated Borussia Dortmund by 2-0. Hey, Nuri Sahin, he's lost his last 3 games as Dortmund coach. That man should be fired before he destroys Borussia Dortmund. Okay, now let's go to the French Liga. Montpellier defeated AS Monaco yesterday by 2-1. Lille also beat Nice by 2-1. Today at 4 p.m. we have Lens versus Paris Saint-Germain. Away from the games, let's touch on some transfer stories because Paris Saint-Germain have signed Napoli forward Vinca Kvaratskhelia until June 2029 for a fee in the region of 70 million euros. Oh, look at me like that.
Kvaratskhelia. Let's move on.
Yeah. I'll give you the correct pronunciation.
Vinca Kvaratskhelia. Vinca Kvaratskhelia. Yeah, the K is silent. All right. If you want it, the right is Vinca.
Thank you.
But I didn't mention K.
All about
the phonetics. So, what is your man saying?
You do. So,
Vinca Kvaratskhelia.
What is happening today?
What's happening?
وسكيتس ينتظر تحرك مونتويا جميلة
But like, you know, Fifi's wrong.
Let's
move. Fifi's wrong. The guy's name is Vincha Kvaratskhelia. That's his name. That's the correct pronunciation of his name.
By popular request, mention the name again.
I just mentioned it. Have you? The correct pronunciation of the name is Vincha Kvaratskhelia. That's the correct pronunciation of the name.
And what did you say?
Vincha Kvaratskhelia.
Oh, you are wrong.
Yeah, let's
Is that what I said? But you are there. That's not what I said.
Then okay, so see, there's Google pronunciation. This one is simple.
That's
simple. You're listening.
Let's move.
Charlie, dude, stop this.
Okay, so the Paris Saint-Germain have signed Vincha Kvaratskhelia from.
Charlie, can we move on? Can we do the next story?
So the player from Georgia has been signed from Napoli. So Paris Saint-Germain has got. Okay, to other stories. There are, Manchester United are hopeful of sealing a deal for Sporting and Sweden striker Victor Gyökeres, despite interest from Arsenal. The Independent is reporting. I don't know if this transfer will be able to go through this January transfer window, but Arsenal also wanted a player. But at the moment, we hear that Manchester United have launched their interest in the striker.
So what has happened to Gyökeres? Is he moving from Lisbon, or Lisbon is not going to allow him to?
It doesn't look like they will let him go. Exactly, yeah. Because Lisbon is still in the Champions League, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So,
but the coach that they brought to replace Amorim, they sacked him after 2 weeks. The job there's no easy.
And when you come mid-season like that to challenge,
especially because at the time Amorim had not lost in the 11 games, all
competitions
since the season began. But you see, there are levels also to the job. Amorim also came to this side and
he's struggling.
But if you pick a team midstream season, like the line is saying, somebody has bought his players, he's gone for preseason and all that. Then in the middle of the season, you come in, to weather the storm. It doesn't really go well for such coaches. Okay, the last Sky Sports is reporting that Chelsea are monitoring Manchester United and Argentina winger Alejandro Garnacho and Dortmund English forward Jamie Gittens as potential transfer target during the January transfer window. So possibly, maybe Garnacho.
But Garnacho is not going to Napoli.
No. They've rejected the £40 million bid they launched, I think, 3 days ago.
I think Napoli are closer.
Okay.
Why would United want him to leave?
But he's surplus to requirement, though.
No, but you see, one of the main things that's an issue. That's an issue.
Oh, this is he's playing.
When it comes to the football in itself is not surplus. The issue with Garnacho is temperament and attitude and discipline. Yeah. You remember when Amorim dropped Rashford? The
two of them.
And then he mentioned that there are also issues with him.
Okay.
And most of the people that, in fact, yesterday, Di Marzio said that Antonio Conte had to seek for further information about Garnacho's attitude. Also yesterday, the Athletic were reporting that one of the things that Chelsea will be dragging their feet on with Garnacho is his attitude. So, I don't know. Antonio Conte is a tough guy.
That's what happened to that French boy who was at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta made him leave.
Aubameyang?
No. Oh, that French midfielder. No. That young boy, that slim guy.
Guendouzi.
Yeah, he had an attitude. Yeah. Very, very bad.
He's at Napoli now. Huh?
No, Lazio.
He played for Lazio. Lazio.
That's what happened. Anyway.
But
he's a fine player.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. He's a very good player.
Those days, he and Torreira.
Yeah, when he decides to play, he's just fantastic. And Chelsea will need a player like that,
especially and play and stop.
You see, I think that he's more direct than Jadon Sancho. In terms of directness, he's more direct than Jadon Sancho. Sancho gets the ball and he wants to just dribble, draw defenders, want to dribble, do his step overs before releasing the ball. But Garnacho gets the ball and straight away he moves. So
you get Garnacho, you go like.
Why not?
But he's a good player. He's a good player. If only maybe you can work on the attitude. I think he's a good addition.
We don't have that kind of left winger at Chelsea as it stands now. And he gets goals. Chelsea's wingers are struggling to get goals. Noni Madueke doesn't have enough goals. Sancho doesn't score like Avi was saying. So if you want somebody that will give you goals, fine. But at least as he's closer to Napoli than Chelsea. And Antonio Conte looks like he can do the good job on him. You know, he has attitude. So attitude.
And what's the latest on Rashford?
Like you mentioned in your introduction, AC Milan are close to completing a move for Manchester City's 34-year-old England fullback Kyle Walker. Fabrizio Romano has.
And I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, Walker.
Kyle Walker.
I thought it was going to be Saudi
Arabia. Walker and his wife again. I don't know what the wife is going to do next. Now that he has refused to go to Saudi Arabia.
Did he refuse? I don't know, because the news earlier was that they were preparing to leave for Saudi, and he was going to be on a £400,000 a week wages and all that. So I'm surprised about this.
So that he can pay for child support.
Oh no, but he said he hasn't said he can't pay for child support.
I was wondering why the wife wanted him to go to Saudi Arabia.
No, in fact, the woman was initially seeking for divorce.
Okay.
Now the tabloids are saying that when the news broke that he was going to Saudi and was going to make a much bigger fortune, she decided to hold on to the divorce and then just carry on with the marriage. And Jomofo said, he was because of the money. That's why Javier is asking that. So what will happen now that he's moving to AC Milan, because the wages will definitely not be as huge as.
In fact, it may even be less.
Yeah, to be much less. Yeah.
Why AC Milan?
That's the question.
Because I was just checking out. Steve tells me he's 34. He's 34 years.
Yeah.
Now if you're 34 years, why do you want to go to AC Milan?
AC Milan for what?
But they are rebuilding.
No, AC Milan.
And they can still win something.
Rebuilding with 34.
At most, you have maybe a year or 2 years ahead of
you. Go there. Go there and just make some big money.
But to be honest, it looks as if most of these English boys now want experience outside of England in Europe. Even before they'll go to Saudi Arabia, they'll go.
At this age?
Oh, yes. I mean, he is the outlier because of the age.
Right.
But, I mean, when they go to AC Milan now, they are not doing bad. They've brought on, what's his name? Conceição, Sergio Conceição, to be the new manager over there. There are a lot of English boys. Oluwafika Tomori is there. Tammy Abraham is there. All of these guys are there. He gives them an option at right back. Yeah, he gives them an option at right back. And yes, maybe a few of the Italian Serie A, see if he can win something else and then go after the money after Saudi Arabia. He can go to Saudi at 36 and do 3 more years, then come.
About Saudi at 36? Saudi Arabia at 36. I don't think
most people, they don't care about your age.
No, but you see, 34 years. I think that the best thing that he has to do is to go to Saudi Arabia. 34, because listen, you are talking maybe about leaving England and having that Italian experience or the environment in Italy. But AC Milan, given what they have now, the players that they have now, I don't think that they can win the Serie A. They can't win it.
Yeah,
they can't.
Will be difficult.
They can't win it. So it's not about just going there to just be in Italy and just say that you've had that Italian experience. Normally, players move because they are ambitious. They think that they've won everything in England, so they want to go to another country and go and try there and also win a trophy or two there. But given the situation of AC Milan now, I don't think that they can win anything. So why go there and waste your time?
Yeah.
In a team that can't win basically anything. Go to Saudi Arabia and make some big money.
Yeah.
Go there and make some big money. 2 years, 3 years there.
If you go and you make £200,000.
No, you make more than that.
Yeah. At the moment, he's currently on £175,000 a week.
So maybe he doesn't need the money. Maybe he doesn't need that £400,000. Maybe he's okay now. Maybe that he's not necessarily after the money.
So we all need it.
AC Milan have also approached Chelsea for their forward João Felix, but the Blues are not interested in a loan deal for the 25-year-old. Sky Sports is reporting. Now let's move on to the Australian
80 million, they are simple job. That's why they are simple. 80 million. Nkuku 80 million. João Felix 80 million.
Felix,
you will not get it from any.
No, 80 million.
And then
Nkuku they can get. Nkuku they can get.
80 million. Yes, we'll get you Nkuku 80 million.
No.
João Felix in the summer.
No.
Take it easy.
No. I'm a Chelsea man, but
80 million for Nkuku. Who will do that market? Who will do that purchase?
Nkuku is just 27.
No, but nobody will buy him for
it.
You got 27 just. Yeah. What if he was 23?
Nkuku,
80 million.
How do you value Nkuku?
Around 45 to 50 million.
Hey, they're in this market.
Acquire 55.
Even 50, maybe 40,
45.
In this market.
What do you mean by 80 million for Nkuku?
In this market that they are buying Alejandro Garnacho for 55 million.
We are watching Nkuku play.
He's Chelsea's highest goal scorer this season.
No.
In all competitions.
Yes,
in the league. In the league.
In all competitions. He gets to play against Noah.
Away from all of that.
He's not a starter even for Chelsea. No. That's what I'm saying.
Because there are a lot of players of his caliber.
Better options. And so, who pay 80 million for a third option?
They're away from that. Away from the Chelsea situation.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody doubts Nkuku's quality.
You see, if you have that quality, and you cannot compete with Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson has made you drop to number 3 or so. You can't attract 80 million. Nobody will do that.
But away from that, right? I'm saying that when Nkuku was in the Leipzig team that were playing,
we are talking about
that was at Leipzig.
No, I'm just saying something. I mean, at the end of the day, you look at all of that as well, because this is Chelsea. It's also a one-off situation, just one conversation. When you look at Leipzig situation and what he did in the German Bundesliga, you want to give Nkuku goes into AC Milan team that really wants to build and a centre forward like him.
But they will not spend that money on him.
But I saw him doing a preseason with the Chelsea team, and he was basically the best player during preseason. But unfortunately, I think in the game against Borussia Dortmund, one of those European clubs, he picked up an injury and was sidelined for some time. Then subsequent to that, for me, he's not been the player that we used to the extent that, just like you said, even at Chelsea now. In some matches, Enzo Maresca would like to use, maybe if he decides to drop Jackson. McGahey, this 18-year-old boy from Barcelona. Sometimes he's the one who leads the Chelsea attack. Nkunku, for me, has not been very impressive at preseason years, but when the season started, Papa, he's not been very impressive for Chelsea. He's getting the goals for Chelsea in this conference league where Chelsea gets to play against some of these low clubs. So for me, 80 million.
You see the time Chelsea bought Nkuku. Chelsea bought Nkuku the January. They allowed him stay at Leipzig. He came in the summer. Just that summer, that was when Chelsea was doing that changeover. So it was the old regime that bought Nkuku. Then the new regime's first purchase was Raheem Sterling. I think that Nkuku at the time, if this new regime were there, they probably wouldn't have bought Nkuku. Because we are even speaking about what Nkuku does for the team. And even when he's playing in the smaller competitions, even in all of those competitions, he has to play with an arrowhead. Nkuku, as a striker, has never thrived at Chelsea alone. So in the Conference League matches, Nkuku always plays behind McGahey. So Nkuku is essentially a 10, like Enzo Maresca was saying the last time, like Cole Palmer or João Felix. So yes, so what Jackson will do, he may not be able to do. And I think that he's in a very difficult situation. Pini Zahavi, his agent, is pushing for him to find a club for him to go to. But when I heard of Bayern, I was asking myself, if you can't dispose of Jackson,
Harry
Kane, how is that possible? Let's say you even want to go and be a number 10. How are you going to do that to Jamal Musiala? He's literally the main man.
Even
Muller over there. So I just don't know. I mean, he's a player that his skill set is a little bit limited. And then, yes, maybe that's why the price tag will come down. But if it's just pure ability, I mean, we'll see.
But nobody will pay.
Then we're going to take Osimhen. But the Benjamin Sesko guy still, you people have a.
I don't know what Arteta is doing. I mean, we are just watching. He's going for midfielders when he should be going for attackers.
Zubimendi. No, Zubimendi, because just like you said in the intro, maybe Partey and the other guys are departing.
But still, the contract extension hasn't come.
I don't think they are going to give it to him.
I'm not sure.
But he has played all this season.
He's about ending up. He's about ending.
So what's going to be the destination? Saudi?
He should go there.
He should go to Saudi
for money.
So only you here.
You know, Partey dragged his feet because of this contract extension. When it was
they should have even gone
in the summer. Juve even came
invited to play for the Black Stars. I think the reason why he didn't come is because of that. Apart from the health issues, he wanted to be regular at the club to cement his position in the club. But I mean, Arteta is looking at different players. He's from Spain. You see what he's doing now? Just like when Nuno was at Wolves. He brought in a lot of Portuguese players, and now Arteta is also.
Arteta is actually also from bringing on. Also from the same backs area that Sociedad is.
Bringing a lot of Spanish players. That's what he's doing. I mean,
if it's going to help us, well, we don't.
But Zubimendi is a good player. He's a very, very good player. I mean, when it comes to the Partey role, he can play. I'm wondering what's the length of the contract that's remaining on Jorginho's contract, because I don't even think that in the long term he has a future at Arsenal too.
No.
So he may go. So I mean, if those two players are good, then you actually need a Zubimendi to come in there and come and partner Merino and Rice to try and see if you can do something. But let's see, last season, you guys lost the English Premier League because of this Aston Villa match. I mean, off air, I told you, you say you win. I don't know where the confidence is coming from. The last few games, you've not been that good.
The confidence is coming from how Arsenal is playing in the last games.
You've not been good last games?
Oh.
Which one is the last game?
Our only problem is scoring.
At Chelsea, Victoria must perform.
I'm coming. Our only problem is goal scoring. That's all. Arsenal plays every game and dominates. We played against Manchester United. We dominated the whole game.
But you understand that dominating is not the currency of the game.
I started by saying our major problem is scoring.
I agree.
So Aston Villa, come on.
So you're going to find your...
Come on.
Aston Villa that beat City.
So
come on.
Your problem is scoring, but you're going to find your scoring boot against Aston Villa.
But we found our scoring boots against Tottenham.
So easy.
Tottenham, everybody finds their scoring boots against them.
A department of 4, goalkeeping, defense, attack, midfield. Everybody agrees that Arsenal needs reinforcement in the attack. That's what they need. And that's supposed to be the focus of Mikel Arteta in the current transfer. Or maybe unless the excuse is that he's not going to get any option. He's not going to get any striker of his choice. Apart from that, Arsenal has been losing the Premier League title to Mancity in the last 3 seasons because of the attack. Because sometimes you go through the statistics, defense solid. Arsenal concedes fewer number of goals. But in terms of goals scored, they are always falling short. And that's supposed to be, the target of Arteta, even in the previous summer transfer window. That was supposed to be
especially now that also Gabriel Jesus is gone.
Exactly.
It looks as if Gabriel Jesus doesn't have a future also because consistent injuries as it stands now. Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz is not a striker.
I heard one of the pundits on Sky Sports making a case for why I was saying that Arteta should not have let Nketiah leave, and I'm asking that even Eddie Nketiah going to Crystal Palace, he's still starting from the bench. Yeah. So what have we lost? We've not lost anything.
They have Seaman.
Mateta.
Seaman is
so what really?
Eddie Nketiah is.
We should go for we should go for a striker. This they have been saying it in the last 3-4
so it tells
that
you
can assure you, guarantee you some 20-25 goals a season. Not this 15, 12, 13.
See this guy.
Isaac. You see, break the bank.
Pay 150 million
But if that's what you need at the moment, we
won't splash that
so that's the problem because the strikers available,
we are not remedy.
The strikers on the market will be able to guarantee you 20-30 goals a season. You have to pay.
No.
Benjamin Sesko, do you know Benjamin Sesko did in the summer when you guys wanted him? He extended the contract. They took out the release clause of 60 million. So now there's no release clause. So when you go to Leipzig, they start from 150 million.
And
we negotiate 100 million.
If they start from there, we will not pay. We won't go beyond 105.
So which striker do you want? Which striker?
The Aston Villa striker is there. What is the name?
Duran.
He's there.
Duran, yeah, good striker.
So you see,
Duran,
yes, it tells you that in the last 3 summer transfer windows,
he's cool.
Arteta has not gotten it right also. Because you've been missing your target. Your target is supposed to be the Odebo to net, and you've not been finding that.
There are Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, Benjamin Sesko.
And I'll go for the Gyökeres.
Duran.
Yeah. Gyökeres.
Yeah.
But Gyökeres is also the English guy. They bought him 40 million from Coventry in the Championship.
If you're going for him and you're paying that money, and you're trading.
So Gyökeres is better than Isaac.
But I said Arsenal will never pay 150 million.
So let's see.
They won't do that.
So how much? 80 million Gyökeres.
So how much do you have for the market?
Can we go?
No. How much do you have? No, you relax. Then how much do you have for?
I don't know.
100 million is okay for you. Because I want you to name your price, and I'll give you a striker you can get.
But if Arteta says that they are looking at a striker, then I know they are looking at a striker because he said it, and he said it several times that they are looking at a striker. They are looking at the possibility of getting a striker for the team. So. I'm sure the striker is not going to be an average striker. Arsenal is definitely not going for somebody.
That comes with the money.
Yes.
No, obviously.
But once he admits that they are looking for a striker, once he says that they are looking for a striker, that means that they have the money.
Okay. So Arsenal don't pay money.
Imagine Isaac.
So don't come and say that Chelsea are just splashing money.
Imagine
They'll pay the
Isaac's prolific abilities in the Arsenal team, leading there. I mean, look at the number of chances Arsenal is able to create.
Isaac are making a lot of noise.
Isaac started good.
Yes,
he scores goals.
He's good.
He's able to take chances. And that's what Arsenal needs.
Calm down. Isaac started this season, first 12 games. He had not scored a single goal. He was struggling. I mean,
because the chances were not coming.
Isaac didn't share.
But if he goes to the Arsenal team,
Isaac didn't share the chance are not coming.
They're able to create chances, and I'm telling you, the guy is a goal putter.
They should come and buy Nicholas Jackson.
Charlie, can we go?
But Jackson has double figures this season. But Jackson has double figures this season.
Chances.
Jackson is the best striker. come with the trainer sentence in C and San Waka Asian. Best striker. To be number 2.
Best striker in Chelsea.
In the English Premier League.
No, in Chelsea.
In Chelsea, okay.
Bella, let's wrap up with the Australian Open. Enough of football. Okay.
No, but we didn't talk about Haaland. Haaland is also.
Big time. Hey, Master, the guy.
Oh, but that was the first story that we did.
Big money.
Hey, the money scares him.
It be yeah, Juma. It be so quiet, Juma.
By now, yesterday didn't have it. When they did a breakdown, calm down. Oh, cool down. When they did a breakdown into the Isha group, I took my calculator. The per hour, no, and I pay a second.
No, you were talking about per hour.
Per hour, £2,978 per hour. My calculation, 56,000 thereabout. Some of these annual.
Let's finish with the Australian one.
Let's
get to it.
Some of these annual salary.
It could be somebody's year, a whole life money. Charlie, let's finish with the Australian Open. Then let's come back to it.
The Australian Open, Britain's Jack Draper fought through his third successive 5-setter pick at the Australian Open to tee up a blockbuster meeting with Spanish superstar Carlos Alcaraz in the 4th round. Now, the 15th seed won 6-4, 2-6, 5-7, 7-6, 7-6 against Alexandra Vukic. Now, for the woman, Emma Raducanu suffered the joint heaviest defeat of her career as second seed Aga Swiatek demonstrated her superiority in a one-sided Australian Open 3rd round match. We can now listen to Aga Swiatek after the game.
Yeah, I just enjoyed playing. I don't know, I played a few shots that were like, I thought after them, this is what I practice for, to play these kind of shots. And that's why, I really enjoyed today's match and I felt really confident. So at the end, I could push for even more and just, having converted all these break points as well was important. So I'm really happy with today's performance.
All
right.
Sorry, speaking there.
Okay, so you're still tuning into Love 99.5 FM. It's 16 minutes after 7. We've kept quite long on this foreign tidbits corner today. Javier, let's see. Let me know. Let's see what you want to.
Haaland, I mean, he's a monster. If you look at his numbers, huge numbers. 79 goals in 87 Premier League appearances. 79.
Even this season, he's not scored.
Yes. So
that much.
If we assume that he scores in every game. Since he joined City, we can see that he has not scored in only 8 games. In only 8 games. That's serious. He's not scored.
It's astonishing.
If we assume that he scores in every game, we are 1 goal in every game. Then we can come to the conclusion that since he joined City, he's not scored in only 8 games. 111 goals in 126 matches, all competitions. 126 matches in all competition, 111 goals. Solid. Now his contract has been extended to
2034.
2034. By which time he'll be 34 years. And if you look at the way the guy is scoring goals, I've listened to Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer has the record for the highest amount of goals scored in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And he's saying that given the rate at which Erling Haaland is scoring goals and the extent of his contract, how lengthy the contract is or when the contract is going to end, he foresees Erling Haaland beating that record that he has in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And it is possible. Hey, right, did I say that? Then he can do it. No, say it is possible. He can do it.
Why is it possible?
He can do it.
It is possible.
He can do it. Because he's scoring. He's scoring.
Yeah.
The only thing that can hamper that is when maybe City are not able to get somebody in midfield who can supply him or give him the services like Kevin De Bruyne has been doing for him. If City are able to get somebody in midfield who can get the ball to him, then definitely that record is there for the taking. And FIFA was talking about how much it's going to end. If you look at it, in terms of the yearly, monthly, weekly, whatever, £26 million every year. And if you join us on Facebook, it is there. £26 million per year. £2.17 million per month, £500,000 per week. So he's going to take £500,000 per week. Then £71.4 thousand pounds per day, £2,975,000 per hour. Then he's going to take £49.58 per minute. That is big money. And we can go on to look at the highest paid players by weekly wage in world football. So we are looking at those who pick the highest salary by weekly wage in world football. The number one is Cristiano Ronaldo, who picks £3.2 million at the end of every week. Hey, I'm on for a year, Juma. And I'm on for Zukwe Juma. £3.2 million at the end of every week. Neymar. Hey, Neymar, 2.65 million pounds at the end of every week. Karim Benzema, 1.6 million pounds. Lionel Messi, number 4, 865,000 pounds. Sadio Mane, number 5, 650,000 pounds. Riyad Mahrez, 580,000 pounds. Erling Haaland takes 500,000 pounds. Oh, big money.
Have you hold on? The Neymar figure you mentioned, you know, Andy Costa is listening to the show. He did a conversion. So Neymar is taking every week 400 billion, 900 million every week.
400 billion.
Old currency, 400 billion. And 900 million go actually.
Neymar is not playing any football. Ever since
No.
I don't think he's played cumulatively. I don't think he's played even 90 minutes. I don't know, but I have to check.
And they're just splashing the money on him like that.
Yes,
because he signed a contract.
Yeah, because he signed a contract and he's still their player. So that's Erling Haaland for you. I don't know if he can keep up the numbers like the way he started. And just like I said, it depends on whether you'll be able to get a service or the service from players in.
He's a good poacher.
Because I know that after this season, some of the City players have decided not to extend their contract. Kevin De Bruyne and some of the players have decided not to extend their contract. So it depends on who comes to play in the role of Kevin De Bruyne and other guys who are just giving the services for him.
I think that on that score, Pep would have to reinvent a few things. We'd have to change some things. You see, if you look at De Bruyne's numbers, Della, he's literally the best passer of the ball in the history of the game, the English Premier League. I doubt that there is somebody that comes in and makes those numbers for them. I doubt. But it means that you need more than one person to do that for Haaland now. So now they've gotten in a natural crosser of a winger in Salvinho, whose job essentially goes to the byline and then sends in crosses to the far post. And we know the dominance Erling Haaland has in terms of the aerial duels and then his physicality in the box. He's very good at that. So they will need things like crosses, a lot of them. Not the half-space crosses that Kevin De Bruyne used to give him, which was also very good. They also need to find a way to get Phil Foden firing and then creating. And it looks as if now they are beginning to rebuild their team. Omar Marmoush is coming. If Marmoush is coming as a second striker, that should be able to give Erling Haaland a little bit of a breathing space for him to change how he runs towards balls and stuff like that, which is going to help him to create separation away from centre-backs and gets goals. In the rebuild, City will obviously try to look for somebody close to Kevin De Bruyne. They may not get those numbers as it stands now, but Pep needs to reinvent the game in itself, the structure in itself, and then find ways to get him to score. I mean, he needs an average of about 18 goals to 20 goals per season for the next 10 years to beat and Alan Shearer's scoring record. So, I mean, it's a big one for him. I'm just wondering how he was confident in signing that long contract. But again, it's a contract. I mean, it can be abrogated at any point in time. Somebody can say, okay, you know what, I want to go. They'll buy him out of the contract. So, we'll see.
All right.
It's a long time. But doesn't that give some thumbs up to what Chelsea have been doing the last year?
Yes, it does.
It does.
You have agreed. Okay. All right. It's 22 minutes after 7.
Penny do manti.
I said it does. All right. Fine. If he doesn't, it's 23.
If he does, so what?
Oh, there's nothing beyond that. It's a question. I've answered the question. So what else do you want to hear? Anyway, let's activate the phone lines now. Matches coming up this weekend, especially today. We have Newcastle playing Bournemouth. It's the first game of the Saturday. Brentford, Liverpool. We have Leicester, Fulham, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Everton, Tottenham. We also have Manchester United, Brighton, 03220 83596 83597 03220 83596 83597. Chelsea are playing Wolves. We also have Ipswich Town playing against Manchester City, 03220 83596 83597. You can start calling on. Let's see your thoughts about what we discussed on the first part of the show. We'll go for a break in a moment. When we come back, we'll be doing more on the domestic front. 03220 83596 83597 03220 83596 83597. You're still tuning